Welcome to SveNFL.
What's up, y'all?
It's Jonathan Rollins.
Schif Mizara.
And we are two Americans living in Sweden, talking about football. Man, it's that time of year. This is the incredibly iconic, extra crispy conference championship game. Yes, man. Even though we got a little bit of unfortunately, one of the teams won't be at full strength, but we should still hopefully get a good game out of it.
Well, before we get into the NFL, I feel like I have to offer my condolences to you for your loss. I was brokenhearted for you. I know all too well that feeling.
Yeah.
When you stay, like, a lot of people in America don't realize, like, it's bad enough to watch your team in a big game, get the loss. But when you watch these games from Europe,
yeah,
when you stay up till 5 or 6 in the morning watching your team in a championship game and they win, you feel nothing.
Yeah.
But when they lose, it feels just
devastating.
At least 25% more devastating because you're just like, it's horrible. And you guys were in it. You were so close.
Yep. It's two stupid things stand out. Is that guy who just whiffed on a block, and they scored off a block punt, and it's like our defense had figured them out, and then scores on the block punt, and then it sucks. Just one block. It's a different game. People are blaming Beck for the pick. It's a different game, man. Obviously, I don't think he should have thrown the ball there. He got tricked by the safety. Safety baited him, but they still got picked off by the corner anyway. But he made an NFL throw, but it's college. You don't have to go for it all because the clock stops on the first down. So you should have thought about that.
Is that on him or is that the play call?
He didn't have to throw it. Tony was open. Your guy Tony was open. You know what I'm saying? Our biggest threat to them was on a deep end route that would have got the first down and stopped the clock. So if he throws that safer throw, but then maybe he thinks that safety is going to come down and jump that route, but the safety doesn't. He goes back on that. So it was a bad throw, but the play call was like a pass that don't make a dangerous pass, so we can stop the clock. As the play caller.
Sure.
It was 35 seconds or something like that.
Ultimately.
And the missed field goal. That's another thing. Missed field goal, too.
Yeah.
So, like, you got a missed field goal. You got a block punt. It's like special teams loses the game, not Beck. And I feel bad for him. He's getting, like, everybody's like, because he's the last one to throw the pick. But, yeah, man.
I realize this may not help, but as a neutral fan, I see a lot of positivity in the result of this game. Like, obviously, Miami never expected to make it this far.
No. I feel the same way.
And historically, Indiana being one of the worst teams in the history of college football to make this quick 2-year turnaround is sending shockwaves through the entire college football landscape. I am on record as stating that I think the way that college football is managed is borderline criminal, at best, just deeply dysfunctional, and anything that disrupts the strategic power structure that exists in college football, I'm here for it. And I say that even as someone who roots for a team who is traditionally at the top of that power structure. Like, you have to make college football make sense at some point. Like, it has to make sense. Otherwise, I don't know. It's not going to. Actually, you know what? I'm wrong. You don't have to make it make sense. People are going to watch it anyway.
Yeah.
You really don't.
This was like the most watched game, the most watched playoffs ever.
Yeah. You really don't have to make it make sense. People are going to keep watching it regardless.
Yeah.
But I would just hope for the sake of the fans that at some point they figure out a way to make this make sense.
Yeah.
I can't even sit. I cannot pretend to know the answer on how to fix it, but I don't know. Just fire everyone. That's what the NFL's doing, right? How many coaches got fired this cycle? 10?
Wasn't it 8? Is it 10?
That's 10. I think it's 10 in total that got fired
Damn.
or stepped away or whatever.
We got some updates on that, right?
We do because following the Bills' exit from the playoffs, they have
Shocked.
decided to fire Sean McDermott.
You can't make my quarterback cry. Don't make my quarterback cry.
9 seasons, no trips to the Super Bowl. They went to the playoffs, just I think, almost every year. It has launched this very interesting war of words with, poor Keon Coleman just catching strays all over the place.
How so?
So it started with the GM, or no, the owner actually doing a press conference. So first of all, as soon as Sean McDermott was fired, the GM was promoted to president of football.
Wow.
So this guy, what is his name, Paguglia or whatever? He's a terrible owner, to be fair. He not only owns the Buffalo Bills, but he also owns the Buffalo Sabres. And for anybody who follows hockey, you will know that team has been trapped in a cycle of just complete ineptitude, and they were the team. The Buffalo Sabres were the team that would get great players because they always had such a high draft pick, and then they would hijack that player's career by not maximizing the team around them, but then also holding them hostage and never allowing them to leave.
Wow.
And so most famously and most recently, one of their best players that they ever had was this guy named Jack Eichel, who tried for years to force his way out of Buffalo. And the year that he finally pulled it off, he went to a team and won a Stanley Cup.
Oh, wow.
So it's they're just a terrible hockey team. And for those of you who follow football for any length of time will remember that the Bills were terrible until Sean McDermott showed up. I think they were on a long playoff drought before he showed up.
Yeah, they had a record. They were the team almost.
So anyway, the owner is essentially did a press conference where he tried to blame Sean McDermott for the Keon Coleman pick in the draft to take heat off of the GM Brandon Beane. Because Brandon Beane was getting a lot of shit from the fans for making this pick. However, other reports have come out since then that McDermott is basically behind the scenes trying to say, this bitch is lying. I've been complaining about the roster all year, and they did nothing. So it all comes down to who you believe, right. Obviously. I tend to believe that Sean McDermott it's a weird year because as soon as Harbaugh gets fired, it causes all of these dominoes to fall. All of these.
If they fired this guy, I could fire this guy. I'm justified.
It made it so much
Dolphins
easier.
didn't fire Mike McDaniel until Harbaugh was gone, and then they're like, you know what? Yeah, let's get out of it. If they can fire him.
This could be a really interesting case of. I don't know. We'll see. I can understand the urge, given that the Bills are that team since McDermott that has always failed to kind of get over the hump. But I don't know. Given what's out there, I'm not sure you really want to be out here looking for a head coach right now. You know what I mean?
Harbaugh, we said he was hired, right? Yeah. Did we say that on there?
Yeah.
He got hired by the Giants. The Dolphins hired the Packers defensive coordinator. What a surprise, Jeff Hafley.
So the suggestions or the betting odds as far as who is going to coach Buffalo, the first one is Joe Brady, who is the current Bills offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I thought that was going to happen.
Chris Shula, the Rams defensive coordinator. Clint Kubiak, Seahawks offensive coordinator.
How come the other
Who
Clint
else?
not getting no love?
John Gruden.
Yo, did you see the thing with Aqib Talib and Jay Gruden?
No.
Aqib Talib was talking about, who did he say? They were talking about Signetti from Indiana. Aqib Talib was saying he's not that impressed by Signetti. He doesn't think he would, because Jay Gruden, they were on some podcast, and Jay Gruden was saying that Signetti would be good and at least a defensive coordinator in the NFL. And Aqib Talib was saying that Indiana had a really good team put together, and it's not just Signetti's coaching, but they spent a lot of money and got a good team. It's like it's not just coaching that did it. And he said he doesn't think he'll be that good. And Jay Gruden was like, he said something like, I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that or something like that. He like dismissed what he said. And Aqib Talib was like, I don't care how you feel. I don't respect you as a coach anyway. You weren't good. Your resume's trash. I love that dude, man. He said they snatching chains on the field, and
he's so good. I love him.
And remember him as a commentator? He brought a different energy to the booth.
He was so good.
Yeah, I loved it.
Good.
And it's a shame that his brother killed somebody, because that kind of got everybody away from him. You know what I mean? With that
that was crazy.
But it was so dope, because Jay Gruden just kind of shut up when he said, he's like, your opinion means nothing to me. You trash. You trash as a coach.
Yeah, I mean. Signetti has already said he's not an NFL guy. He's like, I have no interest in coaching in the NFL.
I get it.
For the Bills, look, you can fire whoever you want, but if you don't start nailing the draft, the way that other teams are able to nail the draft, at some point, like the worst case scenario is you fire McDermott, you blow the draft again.
Yep. And you got a coach
and then you have
worse.
the same, and then you get a coach who's worse, and maybe you miss the playoffs, or maybe you get the exact same thing where you just like,
man, you're getting me hard over here, man.
Like,
I love what you're saying, man. This is great, man.
My thing was hard.
But this is what always makes it so interesting with these billionaire owners. They're always too rich to be wrong.
Yeah.
Right. And they're always the last ones to see it coming, that they made a mistake, because McDermott will get I don't know if he'll get hired in this cycle. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. It all depends on what he wants to do. But, he will get hired again for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Speaking of hirings, I guess we mentioned it, but I'll bring it up again. The Falcons hired Kevin Stefanski. I cannot believe we actually landed what is thought to be one of the most competent coaches that was available at the time. I have mixed feelings about this. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I get it too, man. After taking a step back, I wanted him, and then y'all got him, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know.
Because here's the thing. He's won Coach of the Year twice.
Yeah.
Yep. But he's won Coach of the Year in the same way that,
like Brian Daboll.
in the same way that like some players win Comeback Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Right? You want to win Comeback Player of the Year when you're coming back from an injury, not because you sucked last year.
Right.
Right? Stefanski, and also throw in, like, okay, fine. Hiring Stefanski like in a vacuum, I can talk myself into the idea that, you know what, the Browns were holding him back. He's a good coach, clearly. When you see the situation that he was put in and what he was able to do with that situation, you have to admire him as a head coach.
Yeah.
Where it starts to unravel for me a little bit is he's now brought in Brian Callahan, who was the offensive line coach for the Browns, as well as Tommy Rees, who was the offensive coordinator for the Browns.
Oh,
so
you're bringing a staff?
So now the Falcons are just the Browns? like that makes me nervous.
Why not bring Schwartz, of all people? Bring Schwartz.
I don't know.
That's the one. I wouldn't bring.
You know why? I can tell you why they didn't bring Schwartz is because apparently they made a deal to keep Jeff Ulbrich
Okay.
as the DC.
Okay. Hey, man, everybody likes that guy.
So
they made him interim head coach when they fired Robert Saleh.
I mean, the Falcons already have a hard enough time just being the Falcons. The last thing we need is to also be the Browns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
but those members of the staff, it's not the Browns. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know
the Browns is the Browns as an organization. I wouldn't look at.
I know that, but you can
I get
it's why I have mixed feelings.
Yeah, I get it.
I have the same feeling I have every offseason. I have this like a sense of optimism, a willingness to sort of like wait and see how this all plays out. But at the same time, am I going to be surprised if we're just the Browns? I'm just really not sure.
That sucks.
How this is going to play out. Also, side note, Baker Mayfield needs to fucking slow his roll. He's been like talking shit, like, I'm still waiting for a fucking text message from Stefanski after they ran me out of Cleveland. I can't wait to play this guy twice a year. And then someone very quickly threw up a tweet that was like, didn't you demand to be traded? What do you mean? And it was like his tweet from like asking to be traded. It's like, we ran you out of town, bitch.
You ran out of town.
You mentioned it. Dolphins hired Jeff Hafley, former DC from the Packers. I assume that's because you got the GM who's also from the Packers too, right?
I think so. That's not a good sign to me, but I guess Stefanski's showing it too. People do what they're comfortable with. But it's not, I don't know. But he was talked about as a potential head coach. So maybe that guy knows something. We don't know, but I feel like you got to, I don't know what other candidates they talked to, but apparently they talked to a lot of candidates. I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. I think I like what the GM is saying about how he was going to build the team because they were asking him about quarterback, and he was like, we're going to build the team. We're not building around a quarterback. We're building around the lines, offensive and defensive line. And I like when you say stuff like that. That speaks to me.
You guys are in a tricky sort of cap situation because it appears
a shitty cap situation.
It appears quite clear that they're going to cut to I think he comes with like I don't remember the number. It's somewhere in the 90s as far as $90-something million cap hit, which you can spread out over 2 years.
Damn.
Which basically means you have to figure out a way to nail the draft. Because I don't think Quinn Ewers is your quarterback. I don't know. No. I don't know what your answer is going to be at quarterback, to be honest. I really don't.
No, I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know. Who is bring Tannehill back. No, Colin Kaepernick. I don't know, man.
Jameis Winston.
Yeah. Dobbs. Flacco. It's his time, man. You hit another team up, Flacco. Where you at?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's probably going to have to be a bridge type of quarterback.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's keep the train rolling. We got Jesse Minter is going to be the new head coach for the Baltimore Ravens.
Really?
That was announced. I saw it this morning. It must have happened last night.
Wow.
So Jesse Minter was a defensive assistant for Harbaugh and the Ravens back in 2017. So he's familiar with the organization. Since then, he worked as a defensive coordinator for the other Harbaugh, first at Michigan and then with the Chargers. Yeah. So this is just a like hitch your wagon to a Harbaugh type scenario.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that. I don't know if I would have done it.
And also, don't forget, you need to steal a bunch of signs so you can win a national championship, which is not even being included in any of the articles about Jesse Minter. Interestingly enough, stealing signs may not even be the worst thing that Jesse Minter has been connected to.
Wait. Baltimore would not deal with somebody who's done something interesting. Not Baltimore.
So I looked this up. Jesse Minter, on his Wikipedia page, under the category of his personal life.
Uh-oh.
Jesse Minter and his wife Rachel have done something horrible to their 3 children.
What'd they do?
Their names are Millie, Monty, and Mac. Millie, Monty, and Mac Minter.
Why you give them all nicknames?
What are we doing here? What is this, so that you can dress them up as kids at Halloween and say, "Oh, look at our M&Ms"?
Put some respect on my name.
What? This is I don't know why, but this is such an ick to me.
Yeah. That's like what's his name? Mitt Romney's kids. Remember Mitt Romney's kids? Like,
No, I don't. I do, but what is it? Remind me. What are they called?
Oh man, hold on. Because they got like they got 5 kids. Okay, can't find it. I gotta find this, man. He got Tag, Craig. Wasn't one named Tip? Or this is his wife? Oh, this is Tag, Matt. Oh, Taggart. Okay, Tag is short for Taggart. Okay, I guess that's better. But Taggart, that's a whack ass name. Taggart, Matthew, Joshua. That's not so bad. Benjamin and Craig. Maybe it was just Tag, the one that bothered me. And I forget his wife's name. It's like they're all weird. All those Mormons are weird. Wasn't as bad as I thought. Yeah. Yeah, man. Shout out to American politics. We're winning again.
Always. Just that's all we do is win.
No matter what. No matter what.
I mean, this is a huge, huge job for a first-time coach to essentially walk into a team that has a roster that, at the very least, expects to be in win-now mode, right?
Yep, you're gonna be learning on the job. If I were,
there's a lot of questions about Lamar Jackson that have been boiling up in the press as far as like his commitment to the team, which always makes me a little suspicious. I'm like, who is saying this? Why is this happening? Also, could it be a scenario where, where Lamar, the relationship between Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh appears to have genuinely deteriorated into a bad place. Yeah. And that could explain, maybe some things that went on behind the scenes this past season, especially when Lamar was dealing with injuries for the majority of the season. A lot of people are it feels like somebody's trying to blame Lamar Jackson behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Through the press.
Yeah.
Which is a fucking chicken shit move. Like, go ahead and piss him off. I would love for it. Like, we'll take him.
Shit.
I'll take him in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Bring him on home. If I were them, I would have spent whatever it took to get Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
If I were them, I would have all resources. Like, what? You can't make him an offer he can't refuse. 30 mil. 30 mil. He's from Virginia, right? I think he's from Virginia. You're not far from home. I would have rolled out the red carpet and been like, come on, man. Pair him with Lamar Jackson, and you could be into a dynasty. Philly did it, and they're the smartest organization as far as scouting and whatnot and building. And they went and not Philly, Kansas City. Kansas City went to Philly and grabbed Andy Reid and created that whole dynasty. Basically, we're going to pair this veteran coach knows what he's doing with they didn't have him yet, but they got a quarterback for him. And it's like some team should have been making an offer he couldn't refuse.
Yeah. I'm kind of wondering if there will be some decisions made by owners with Mike Tomlin in the back of their mind.
Yeah, get somebody a scapegoat. I think the Jets are probably moving like that.
I would imagine, yeah.
'Cause,
But I mean, even teams that are looking to sort of fill their
Who's
head
left?
coaching positions. Who's left? You've got let's get through the last hire that we have to talk about as far as a head coach is concerned is the Titans hiring Robert Saleh.
Really?
This happened a couple of days ago.
I didn't know. I'm missing everything. God damn.
Yeah, so that leaves us with
Tennessee. You say Tennessee got Saleh. The Giants picked theirs up. The the Saints didn't lose somebody. Who else lost? Didn't the whole AFC North? The Browns don't have a. The Browns don't have a coach yet.
Correct.
And the Steelers don't have a coach yet.
Also correct. I'm trying to find like a simple list here.
Cardinals don't have a coach yet.
Cardinals still don't have a coach.
They're probably waiting on these playoff teams.
Cardinals don't have a coach. Ravens are good. Bills obviously do not have a coach. Browns. Raiders still don't have a coach.
Oh, yeah.
Correct?
Who did we expect for the Raiders? Oh, yeah.
Steelers don't have a coach.
Man, there's still a lot to go, man.
You guys have your coach.
Yeah, we got Heffley now.
But I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, as far as coordinators are concerned, your boy Mike McDaniel, he is the new offensive coordinator for the Chargers.
Ooh.
Very smart, I would argue. I was kind of hoping he would wind up with the Lions, like him and Dan Campbell.
Oh, yeah.
Just would have been like must-see TV. But the Lions hired former Cardinals OC Drew Petzing. Can't imagine Lions fans are excited about that.
I mean, look what he did with Jacoby Brissett.
Sure. Another interesting little tidbit, Eric Bieniemy is headed back to the Kansas City Chiefs.
No way. To do what?
Offensive coordinator.
He's going to be offensive coordinator? Uh-oh. This could be this is the thing that could get him the head coach, where people start considering him, because he left and they fell off. No, they won a Super Bowl right after he left, right? And then they fell off.
They did, yeah.
But they started the deep balls went away. So maybe he's gonna make it an explosive offense again.
But the deep balls went away, but so did Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill left.
Good point.
So,
that's a good point.
Also,
I'm
Bucs,
interested in that to see what happens, man. The Bucs, what happened?
The Bucs have hired former Falcons offensive coordinator Zach Robinson, which good riddance. I thought he was terrible, and in one way, I kind of get it, because the Falcons were one of the few teams that was like lighting up the Bucs on the regular. But I think you need to ask yourself, why were the Falcons able to light you up? Don't go hire their offensive coordinator, because he was not good.
There could have been an email. How did y'all light us up?
And also, which always a little bit of concerning, the news is that Baker Mayfield is the one who pressured the Bucs to bring in Zach Robinson.
Oh no, he's doing the Aaron Rodgers?
Based on a previous relationship that he had with him when Zach Robinson was with the Rams. Now, Baker Mayfield was at the Rams for like a second. So you're telling me that, I think he credits Zach Robinson for turning his career around.
Oh, okay.
Because that was that short that little moment that he had with the Rams changed the way people thought about Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
And led to him getting the starting job in Tampa Bay.
And that little stint in Carolina too. He had that little stint there where people were like, "Oh, okay, him and McCaffrey or whatever it was."
We'll see. I think Baker has a lot to. We'll see if he's actually still good, or I would imagine he's going to be on a little bit of a redemption tour next year, or at least wanting to be on one, because he had a white hot start to the season this year, and then he kind of unraveled as the season went on. And I don't know if that's because of injuries or what, but yeah, I am glad that Zach Robinson is gone. But I'm still worried that we might just be the Browns. So we'll see how that goes.
Wow, man, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Shit. You ready to look?
Also, I don't know if you saw the story about the 49ers, the conspiracy about their injuries.
No.
Everyone appears to be talking about the fact that some asshole or some idiot on Twitter who claims to have researched, he did his own research, as they say, has explained the 49ers' current injury problem as being the fact that they practice and play quite close to an electric substation that apparently deteriorates soft tissue and whatnot. So this theory has been out there for a couple of weeks, and people have been like referring to it quite jokingly, kind of making fun of it. It's been debunked already, obviously.
Okay, good.
But as the injuries continue to pile up, now the 49ers have put themselves into a situation where John Lynch has actually said he's going to look into this. And I'm like, this is such a sign of our times of how stupid.
Everybody gets legitimized. Too many platforms out there, man.
Yeah. Although it did pique my interest, and I pulled up the Falcons training camp on a map. And I do find, I don't know if there's a connection here or if anybody should be worried, but the Atlanta Falcons training camp in Flowery Branch, Georgia, is located in this triangular section that is between a plastic recycling plant, a cemetery, and the Retired Educators Museum. If there could be a three-way connection there that explains why the Falcons are so terrible. Or it could just be that we're just, I don't know, bad at football. I'm not sure. But it definitely is worth doing your own research for anybody who's there on the ground who wants to look into it.
And while they're at it, there's a Lowe's and a Best Buy in a strip mall near Hard Rock Stadium. So look into that as well. Because I feel like that
I would assume there's a strip club near the strip mall.
There's definitely a strip club near the strip mall. Near every strip mall. There's a strip club in every strip mall. Oh, man. This is ridiculous, man.
It's so dumb. But I think it's really funny.
Sign of the times. We got a president rambling in front of international conference.
Sure.
Talking about when he played baseball. He was really good at it. He was really good. We're watching somebody become senile. Like increasingly senile. And we're just acting like it's all good. Shitting himself. Literally walking around with a diaper. Smelling like shit. And we're acting like...
Is that true?
Yeah. Well, according to... I don't know if it's true myself, but that's what they're saying. They're saying it's been since The Apprentice. That he's been wearing a diaper and everybody just smells like shit. Like I wouldn't want to. I don't know. I feel like he's going to be the president. That means he's going to be going around meeting people. That's not the representation I want. If all this ideology aside and all this antics aside, smelling like shit's a deal breaker. I don't know. It feels kind of basic. Why didn't anybody say that in the debate? Sir, you shit yourself all the time. You can't represent America.
I feel like we need to come up with a list of disqualifying factors
Yeah,
uh, for the job.
agreed.
Like just some basics. Needing to wear a diaper because you can't stop shitting yourself should be on the list.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Dementia.
Dementia, we definitely want to
Like
put that
I
on the
think
list.
if you have to take a cognitive test, disqualifier.
Agreed. I
Disqualifier.
actually think I think we should put an age limit.
Yes,
Period.
I
Like
think
why?
whatever the national retirement age is, the president shouldn't be over that. I feel like that's just whatever. Y'all adjust it however you want, but whatever we're saying retirement age is, and right now it's what 66, 67, I think. You
Is
can't
it?
have a president over 67. Feels like a simple thing.
I think for the sake of for the sake of having a nice round number, I really just 70 should just be a cutoff. Period.
Yeah.
Like anybody over 70,
Sorry. Yeah.
you can advise the president, but you cannot be the president.
Yep. And term limits in Congress too. I'm down for it all.
Oh, bro, that one.
Like the fuck, what's the
Really?
old dude that like died?
Strom Thurmond
Oh, I mean, it was talking.
from
One looked
South
like
Carolina.
no, the one who looked like that was talking. No, I don't mean died for real. I mean he just started like he had like it seemed like he just started just mumbling.
Oh,
Mitch McConnell.
Mitch McConnell.
Mitch McConnell just like and then he fell.
Yes, Strom Thurmond was a senator in Congress for like ever.
I remember he's the real racist dude, right?
Same thing, and then when he died, out comes all of these illegitimate black children that he had. It was just like, okay, well, you ain't that racist. Shit.
No, when I say fuck him, I mean fuck him. Oh man. Well, let's take a break and then we'll come back and look at these games. The final four is decided. SveNFL is proudly sponsored by Brisket and Friends. Brisket and Friends is the best barbecue in Sweden. Brisket and Friends. Barbecue so good make you want to slap your grandma. Go there. Get you some good barbecue. Best in Sweden. Now, back to SveNFL. We back. Flip 'em, pick 'em. Great game, especially this year. I know you'll find. I know you'll find a way to come back as you always do, and just break my heart. But I'm up by 30 plus right now,
Ouch.
and my asterisk game is pretty strong. We're even, but so I'm flipping the coin today. But I don't know. I guess we could talk about the games first, and then we can flip and pick. How about that?
Let's do that.
Because the final four is the Broncos and Patriots. Shout out to those teams. Congratulations. You made it to the championship game. No one predicted these two teams being there, so well done. Overachieving. And then Seahawks and Rams, division rivals. Shout out to those teams as well. Rams, people had high hopes for them. And the Seahawks, I still feel like they've overachieved from the preseason talk, you know. So kudos to both of these, to all four of these teams that are going to be fighting for a chance to play in the Super Bowl.
Well, there's really only three teams who have a fighting chance. There has been, I'm sure that most of you listening, you know, have you cannot avoid it. These articles about Jared Stidham are popping up. The narrative, they want this Nick Foles thing to play out because it's the kind of thing that's, you know,
Nigga, please.
Sports movies are made of, you know, the improbable hero, so to speak. I can tell you that Jared Stidham has not thrown a pass in the NFL in 3 years.
Damn.
Is that true?
I don't know. I thought he might have
Or
done
4. I think it might have been 3 years. He did not. He's the only backup to have who's playing this year to have not thrown a single pass this season. He has not played since they benched Russell Wilson. So, you know,
Wow. Whew.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
So I don't really see a scenario where the Patriots are not going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't see it. They're playing to, and that's not. I'm not trying to take anything away from the Patriots because this new iteration of the Patriots,
Yeah, it was gonna be here anyway. It feels like
in
this
some
one-
ways, is
yeah. If it didn't happen
in some
this
ways
year,
they're kind of, yeah. In some ways they're kind of hard to hate in the way that I normally hate the Patriots, because I really like Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
I like what he's done with his team. I admire the way the team has been constructed. Like you look at it from the perspective of like, damn, I wish my team could do this, And if you
Hate
think
the
about,
fans. Hate the fans though.
yes, of course, the fans are a whole other story. When I think about in comparison to, post 28-3, what my team has been able to do versus what the Patriots have been able to do. I would switch fortunes with the Patriots in a heartbeat.
And look at the realizing this shit isn't working and fucking pulling the trigger on that. And I mean with Gerard Mayo, they're like, it's not working. We could pretend that we believe in what we were saying. You know what I mean? All of the stuff he said when he hired him. But it also feels like that might have been what you're saying some of these teams are gonna do with biding their time for Mike Tomlin. Maybe the Patriots did that when they're like, Vrabel wants a year off, we'll give him a year off, but as soon as he's available, we're bringing him back in there. If Mayo, he's our backup plan if Mayo doesn't work out.
Yeah. The other thing that they're really good at, that was brought up on the broadcast in the last game, which is something that the Falcons have traditionally been quite bad at, is that Vrabel has gotten this Patriots defense. That he has established this culture of whatever happens, we swarm to the ball and we tackle with our arms. We are not out here looking to trip motherfuckers. We want to bury people in the dirt. Even if you give up a fucking 12-yard play, finish him right there.
Yeah.
And they are a fast, hard tackling defense. That the cliche is
better over the year too.
It's a cliche, yeah, but it's like they really do. They defend every blade of grass.
Yeah,
they kind of remind me a little bit of the Georgia Bulldogs defense that was so good for those 3 years when they were going to the national championship. You just were never really all that worried because they always stepped up and made a play at some point.
Yeah.
And the Broncos have to be a little concerned that their defense got exposed last week in a way that they hadn't been exposed all year. I mean, they got run on. So I don't know. I just don't see a scenario where the Broncos pull this off.
Yeah, I don't either. And the Patriots, they can run.
Yeah,
they can run the ball, and they're gonna be looking at what was done to the Broncos last week. You're gonna expect some drives to stall out quicker than normal because you got the backup quarterback trying to figure it out. Yeah, this could get ugly. Actually, you might have a defensive score, and then this game's over. You know what I mean? Unless the Broncos defense can score, because quiet as it's kept, Drake May had a horrible game last week. So.
The big difference last week was that in the majority of the occasions when Drake May fumbled, the Patriots were able to recover the football.
Exactly.
So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. In the other game,
man, toss up.
This one, there's a lot of things to consider in this game. Obviously, they're going to be playing in Seattle. A lot has been made. I think the issues surrounding Sam Darnold when he faces certain types of defenses still lingers. A lot of talk has been put out there about the last 3 times that Sam Darnold has played the Rams, twice with the Seahawks, once with the Vikings. And I looked this up. In those 3 games, he's had at least 9 sacks, and he's thrown 7 total interceptions in those 3 games.
Jeez.
The wild card game last year, which the Rams obliterated the Vikings. They beat this. He comes to the Seahawks. They beat the brakes off of him in the first game. The one sort of bright spot is that despite throwing 2 interceptions in their second meeting this year, Sam Darnold was able to lead the team to an overtime victory, tightly fought match. And a lot of people were saying that was kind of the moment where it's like, okay, you know what? Maybe Sam Darnold is for real.
Yeah.
That being said, when division rivals play each other, you just never know what's going to happen. These teams know each other so well.
Yeah.
Stafford is not immune to mistakes either. He's quite good at protecting the ball throughout the majority of the season this year, but towards the back half, the back third of the season, he started throwing a lot of picks. That Seattle defense is ruthless.
Yes.
Also. So this one for me is a pick 'em. Like I have no idea.
Same.
Who's going to win this game?
They have a better defense, Seattle, and in some ways they might have a better offense. It's like they might just beat that squad, man.
Also, one of the things, it's maybe not the headline necessarily, but I think it matters. The Seahawks offense has taken a bit of a hit after finding out that running back Zach Charbonnet will no longer. He's not available for the rest of the season. He has a season-ending knee injury that he got in the last game.
I didn't know that.
And that 1-2 punch between Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker is quite potent and real. Losing him as a piece could really matter.
Did not know that. Okay. Glad you said that before I make my pick.
That could make a difference.
Yeah.
I think. Anytime you're a defensive coordinator, like for the Rams, and you're like, "Oh, cool, that piece, we don't have to worry about that." No.
Yeah.
And also, the Rams are coming off of what would make me nervous as a Seahawks fan.
Yep.
The Seahawks are coming off of one of the most dominant performances of the season, just curb stomping the 49ers. And the Rams are coming off of a game that they very easily could have lost, primarily through his own admission, because Sean McVay had one of the worst coaching games of his life and still managed to come away with a victory. So I would be really worried that McVay is super motivated to
no more mistakes.
correct the mistakes that he made.
And you could have a letdown after coming off an ass whooping like that.
Totally.
Yeah. Stay up, y'all. Damn. All right.
This is going to be good.
Yeah, it's really good. I got my quarter. It sucks that I wish the Patriots Broncos game would be later instead of the Rams Seahawks.
Me too.
That would have been nice. All right, I'm about to flip.
Let's do it.
Oh.
Tails.
Let me redo it. That was a Trump flip.
Heads. That's what I said. Fuck it.
Boom. Heads it is. Well done.
Oh.
Good call to flip it. Switch it up, man.
I'm going to do the obvious. I'm picking the Patriots.
Damn, of course I guess.
I think the Broncos are fucked.
This is when it happens, man. This is when it happens. This is how it happens every year. You're going to get this right in this expensive week. Last week we had more points out there. This week is even more. God damn it. I just see it was all right. Let me write this up. Rams and Seahawks. I'm gonna say Rams win.
Okay.
I want to put an asterisk. I think the Broncos gonna pull it off, man.
What?
There's an asterisk on yours. I think Stidham, he knows the Patriots.
You know what? I wasn't going to do it, but I'm doing it now. We are asterisk. Asterisk is happening for both of these games. You forced me to do it. I didn't want to do it.
I know. I think the Chardonnay thing is going to be the key. And Chardonnay. I think Chardonnay gonna be missing, and Chardonnay is really good for you. No, I think when I think about that, Puka Nacua, Matt Stafford, and a now fully healthy Devontae Adams. If they get in the red zone, Devontae Adams is the most dangerous red zone threat in the league. Stafford can play out of his mind. He's the best quarterback in the league this year. And or he's playing like one of the best quarterbacks in the league, despite not being able to scramble. And I think, I don't know, man. McVay gonna be on point too. He's probably gonna be sharp. So I can see that. I really do believe the Rams win this game.
Okay.
Plus my bracket.
Right.
My bracket says it. I gotta go with it.
I think my bracket's dead.
Zed's dead, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens, man. Where are you gonna watch it? Are we gonna be watching it at the old boy's house again? Watching it together again?
Well, we have been invited.
No, I'm not going.
So
I'm not gonna be in Patriots territory when the Patriots win. I'm happy for them. Even as a Dolphins fan, I'm wearing my gear today. I'm happy for the Patriots and turning that team around. I've always liked Mike Vrabel. We thought it was unfair that he got fired. Remember that? When he got fired, we were like, what the fuck? He was up there with like Tomlin, Harbaugh. You know what I mean? We were saying it, one of the top coaches. And then he got fired. And we're like, okay.
We have been invited to watch the game at the home of a Patriots fan. And I have two feelings. One, I'm with you. I'm not all that excited about watching Patriots joy. Two, I'm keeping this very kind of odd sleep schedule where I'm waking up quite early lately in an effort to kind of be more productive. This game starts at 9:00. It's not going to be over till what?
Almost 1.
1?
Probably 12-ish. 12:30.
I'm not really committed to seeing especially considering the fact that I think the Patriots are going to beat the brakes off the Broncos. Yeah. I'm like,
it's not fun.
I'm not 100% committed. I'm not committed to the idea of staying up till 1:00 to watch this game. So,
yeah,
I'm more likely to wake up and watch the Rams Seahawks game if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Yeah, see that one I'm watching. I'm gonna watch both, but just I don't want to be there and watch it. I don't want to be at somebody's house in there, and I'll be a spoil sport. I'll be over there, oh, that's a bad call, over there biased and then like ruining the mode. You don't want me there anyway. As a Patriots fan, you don't want me there. It's not gonna be good me. It's not gonna be a good version of me.
Especially if the Patriots fuck it up and they lose, you're gonna be impossible.
Talking about never invited again. You want to keep the pain of me that you have right now. You don't want to meet the fucking asshole. John is not a good guy. So yeah, I'm not going. I'm gonna be at home being bitter about myself, rooting against them, even though they're gonna blow them out. And then
me too.
Okay.
I'll be bitter at home on the sofa, texting with you.
Yeah. And the text will be spicy as hell if they find a way to lose this game. But they seem like a disciplined team that won't find a way to lose.
If they start losing, we can text them in the group chat.
Hell yeah, I'm down for that shit, man. Thank y'all for checking us out. This has been the preview of the conference championship round. We'll be back to talk about what happened, as always, Thank y'all. And I've been Jonathan Rollins
Skip Mizara.
with SveNFL. Peace.
Later, y'all.